Okay, working with this tree here. Again, these lengths of rope, I usually have one end of it tied with a simple loop. That way I can do a lot of different things. I can, basically, this is one piece of like a trucker's hitch. So I could actually wrap it around here, tie it here, actually kind of winch it on down a little bit. Or in this particular case, I can just go through here, hook this loop, and run my rope right back through here. By doing this, I can actually use it to tighten it down. Also, we're doing this into a natural fork, and that natural fork will actually help protect the tree a little bit and make sure that the rope, once it's now tightly secured, this rope will not break off and peel into the bark. Okay, so I've got the loop tied in the other tree. I'm going to pull it over to this tree. Just so you're aware, we are not dealing with poison ivy here. Again, these vines, they can be a little confusing, but this one in particular, it is not a leaves of 3, it is a leaves of 5, therefore it is a Virginia creeper. There's a couple of different places I could tie this. I could either tie it here in the fork, and it would also kind of help protect the tree a little bit, depending upon how I tied it. It would also put it about even and about level with the fork in the other tree. Or I could actually tie it down this way and make this into a very safe, very secure, kind of like more like a bivy style arrangement. Or I could tie it here lower, about here, especially if I had it low down at the other side as well. The lower down you tie this, the better it is for in high winds. So if you tie it down low, it's good for winds. You tie it up high, it's better for sunshade. Okay, so we've now got the ridge line set. As I said, I like to try and keep some of my lengths of rope with a loop in one end. In this particular case, I just looped it around here. I went ahead and used my natural fork to try and help protect the tree. And I pulled it down through here, and basically I kind of came in here to the fork of this one. Just by chance, these happen to be fairly close to the right height. I also tied a top line hitch. Again, I can loosen it off and it becomes very slack, or I can take this and we can use it and tighten it up. On occasion, we may need to tighten it up every now and then, especially in heavy winds. Of course, I've got a long length of rope. We could trim it off if this is something that we were going to plan to use for quite some time, or you could actually use this to potentially hang gear or something like that off of. You could also come back through here and just provide a little bit of additional support for your ridge line. This is the finished configuration for the A-frame or the wedge style, using our basic 6x8 tarp with the 4 tent stakes that are in the packet we usually carry with us. We can go and we can set this up. This is pretty much the traditional type of tent style or tarp tent style that you normally see. This is very good for one person, and you can fit 2 people in there if need be. We are using the 8-foot across, which you can also be adjusted to put the 6-foot across. Basically, depending upon your situation, whether or not you're looking for protection from the rain or protection from the just rain and wind and all that, you can change this up a little. You can also lower your ridge line closer to the ground to help protect against the wind. As we were saying, one of the downfalls of this is that it is open on both sides. So there is a simple and easy way to fix that. One of the easy fixes to change this up a little bit is I can actually remove this stake and remove this stake, and I can actually tie it down here to the base. I can also loop it back up, and if I had additional grommets, I can tie it here, but basically close off one end and it would form a wedge type tent. Basically, this would be really good for one person, but it'd be a little bit harder for 2 people to sleep in. But it would have the benefit of closing off one end and making it a little bit warmer, making it to where the wind doesn't get in as well.